border from England, and I'm at the Famous Blacksmiths Shop in a village called Gretna Green. It's been around since 1754, and it's because of the 1753 Clandestine Marriages Act that allowed people in Scotland to get married under the age of 21 without their parents' consent, but people in England, just south border, were not allowed to marry under the age of 21 without their parents' consent. So they would elope to Gretna Green, just over the border here, and get married, even though the landscape and everything is exactly the same in both locations. So here I am, and it's now been turned into a tourist destination ever since. You can't just turn up here and get married straight away now like you used to be able to do. There has to be a clear 29 days period between booking a wedding here and carrying it out, because they have to check all your documents and go through all the formalities, etc, etc. But there's, I think, 2 or 3 different places here that you can choose to get married, and it's famous for its extraordinary history of romantic runaway marriages. Thousands of couples have raced here breathlessly across the threshold of the famous blacksmith shop, and they would get an anvil priest to marry them. It's now got the famous blacksmith shop, the Gretna Green experience. There's obviously car parking for cars, motorhomes and coaches, shops, food hall, church, Smith's Hotel and Suites, Gretna Hall Hotel, a maze, green spaces and a play area. So there's the play area for kids, parking, a map of the site. So you can sample some Anvil Ale. The old dairy building is now become the food hall area. Welcome to the live. Of course, there are public and disabled toilets and baby change areas. Food hall entrance there as well. I swear the grass on this video looks a lot greener than it looks like in real life. Over there it says there's a big Scottish shop, and over here is a wee Scottish shop. Now obviously wee in Scottish means small or tiny, not like what it means in English, in case you're muddled. They also sell ice cream for dogs, which sounds really weird. It's quite quiet here today. It's bank holiday weekend. It's a Scottish flag. Toys, clothes, postcards. Some famous landmarks of Scotland. You'll probably know this one. People in Philippines. Loch Ness. Scotland is famous for shortbread as well. More shortbread. A porridge spurtle. For mixing porridge. Kids' toys. Highland cow. Nice old fireplace there. I mean, this is what I should wear, Superman. Everybody knows what a Scotty dog is. Let me know if you want a kilt or a calendar for a kilt. Seems very quiet here today.
At the minute.
Does it get busy this afternoon?
Possibly later on, yes.
I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be rammed, to be honest.
It was earlier.
Was it? Thank you. Hello. So the lady was just saying that it's like very quiet at the moment. As you can see, there's not many people around, which seems a bit bizarre given that it's a really popular tourist place. But she said it was really busy this morning with coach loads. So we just went in the wee Scottish shop. Should we have a look in the big Scottish shop, which I think is clothes.
I think it's over there, isn't it? Hello, you're having a good filming session there.
You're live on YouTube.
Oh, please, no! Let's not bake. I don't want to be on it.
It's alright. If you multiply that amount by 70 in the Philippines for Philippines viewers, that's how much that pair of boots are. Crazy. So Scotland's famous for having clans, and each clan, a bit like a crest of shield crest, So you'd always have your arms free, so you don't have to have your arms in a sleeve. Essentially, it's like a big square of material. A bit warm for wearing in the Philippines though. These are fridge magnets with coats of arms. Ties. Ties. Hats. Bow ties. I don't think it suits me though, to be perfectly honest. I think I'd just stick to wearing a baseball cap. I don't think it suits me, do you? Anybody watching think it suits me? Bow ties. See, Scotland's also quite famous for deer, red deer. A lot of those in fallow, seeker deer. So they try to reuse the horns for making knife handles, etc. Tweed is very popular in Scotland as well. So here's some ladies' kilts, which are a bit like a skirt, I suppose, but longer. And there's some shorter ones. Waistcoats. This is tweed. It's called Harris Tweed, and Harris Tweed is a brand. It can only be made on the Isle of Harris. This is a typical tweed colour. This is traditional Scottish dress in tweed, and tartan, long socks. Now we're going to head over to the Famous Blacksmiths Shop. It says here the enduring romance of Gretna Green has lasted over 250 years, becoming a romantic haven for eloping young couples in 1754. England's newly tightened marriage law prohibited couples under the age of 21 from marrying without approval from their parents. In Scotland, it was much easier to marry, so they began fleeing across the border to marry in the first building that they reached, which happened to be the famous blacksmith shop. Became renowned for on-the-spot weddings, and the blacksmith swapped his role as a forger of metals that joined together never to be separated, to a forger of couples joined in marriage, never to be parted, and therefore the anvil became the iconic symbol of romance. Hence the it's another entrance into the big shop. There is a town adjacent to Gretna Green called Gretna. You might be able to hear the traffic noise in the background. It's just on the other side of that road. But this is the original Gretna Green village here. Some of the older buildings over there, they've been turned into suites, Bensmore suites. I'm assuming for when there's guests for weddings that do actually occur here. You still get married here. This building here was the Famous Blacksmiths Shop. It's very small, but obviously it was originally for iron workers, for things like horseshoes and cartwheels, etc. The metal bits of it. It says this lucky arch was made from hunting shoes worn by Cream of the Border winner of 21 chases and Kinmount Woolley, winner of the Scottish Grand National in 1960, both bred on the estate by the late G.B. Mackey. This is what it looks like through the window. Because the door's shut, so I don't think I can get in there. It's not raining. It's not raining here, Louis. It's just some traffic noise in the background. This is a busy main road. Maybe we can get in there. I'll have to go around the other side. Yeah, 1 second. Just bear with me, people. I've got somebody asking me to take up a photo. Just bear with me, people. We are taking a photo for a couple. There we go, we're back again. I was here. Nobody can say I wasn't. So I'll go and do that experience while I'm on the live. There you go, Louis, that one's for you, mate. I know you like those things. I don't think it was a ghost, Louis. I think it was a lady walking a dog through the building. And there's another store here. We'll have a look at that one afterwards. But while it's quiet and there's no coaches here, I'm going to go and have a look at the experience thing. So the admission prices are adult £6.95, or you can pre-book to get group prices discounted for age 60 and over, family tickets. Under 5-year-olds are free, children 5 to 12, £2 each. There's lots of Scottish gins, whiskies, malt whiskies, all Scottish obviously. Lafroig, this one's quite famous. In fact, I was talking to somebody about it earlier. So actually it's a peated whiskey, but it's really, really strong in peat, very smoky, and you've got to like it on your palate. Otherwise it's almost too strong in the flavour to actually enjoy it. I think you've had too much bucco juice, Louis. You're seeing things.
Lovely, well, we'll see you both tomorrow. You're welcome, bye.
Hello, how do I pay to go through this
I'll
tour?
come down, sorry, I'm multitasking.
That's okay, not a problem. Just one adult, please.
One adult. Are you staying locally or just passing the area today?
Just passing by.
Just passing by. So that is £6.95, thank you. There we go. We have got a ceremony in behind the curtains. You can still get all the way through, but we're just asking you to not make too much noise. It should be out any moment though.
Do you still ask random people to be witnesses, or do they not do that
Not
anymore?
so much now. Well, a lot of, since COVID, because during COVID there wasn't anybody around and weddings were still going ahead.
Yeah.
So we started booking witnesses, but people like this option because they know they've definitely got somebody. So unfortunately, most people.
So you're not just collaring people off the street anymore.
No, and you know, people loved it as well.
Yeah.
But no, not the same anymore.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Secret note, lovingly received, my family soon to be deceived. Into the dark of night, I take my flight. arrives to give us a piece of his mind, we managed to escape, leaving him behind. So on the Carlisle Road we made haste. No time to wait for being chased. Love. Over the border, Gretna Green soon is clear.
It's almost province transport, that, isn't it?
Our marriage into the sky. Grass. Into the blacksmith shop we rushed. Beside the anvil, the forge in her purple hands. All sealed in song. And with the strike of the hammer, we all went we held our life together as a line. From Gretna Green we hasten full of glee, even in the ever afterwards, happily. I feel it will look into your eyes when I say I do. It can last for a moment, a secret note, let me really see, my family soon to be deceived. It becomes scary. Into the dark of night, I take my flight. In the garden, I level away, excited and reckless, to the carriage races through time. At speed, we take on fire days. Behind our faces, we cannot be seen. My father awakes to see me gone. The roost now discovered in the breaking dawn. He leads out of the days. Alas, exhausted for the moment. And there still we see my father's speed. As he arrives to give us a piece of his mind, we manage to escape, leaving them behind us. So on the Carlisle Road we make haste. No time to wait for being chased. Over the border, Gretna Green seems clear. The only issue now, our marriage ended. Into the blacksmith shop we rushed. Beside the anvil, the forge in our heart. And with the strike of the hammer, we all went. The light began. A secret note, let me receive, my family secretly deceived. Under the dark night, I take my flight. Meanwhile, I never away, excited and reckless.
That's in Cooley. Is this how you dance?
As we take off from Gretna Green, we hide our faces, we cannot be seen.
So I've got to be quiet in here because some people have just got married, but we might catch them.
I said that I must have been at the first night. I said, you didn't go to sleep at 2 in the morning. She said, well, why didn't you phone? I'm going to bother your partner at 2 in the morning. Oh, by the way, couldn't get your son. He had the daughter. He had his nephew. And I had the baby. I thought I got a better deal. I think it would be better before.
Yeah. Good thing with our 5-year-old, he'll sleep in the bed gently, he kicks her all night, but he's really happy to be there with his grand.
The girl is, but with Caden, it's like I say, just a babe. Then all of a sudden his mum wasn't there and his dad wasn't
Yeah,
there.
they can't communicate.
We had to FaceTime them the once because he was just.
You just got married?
Yeah, well, again, it's our 40th wedding anniversary.
You got remarried.
For a third time.
Third time with the same person?
He asked me 3 times.
Yeah.
You got married 3 times over 40 years.
Silver wedding anniversary and today, and then back in '84 as well.
How many divorces in between?
Oh, none of them. 16 when we met.
I was obviously 10.
No, we were 16.
I was obviously 10 when we met.
Yeah, you were 10.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure to meet you.
Exceeded my expectations. Thank you. The emotion was there. I was worried that I wouldn't feel anything, but it didn't. Thank you.
Congratulations on your third wedding.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Can I have a look in there?
Pardon?
Can I look in there?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
So this is the blacksmith shop with the famous anvil, where that couple who just walked out as I was coming in have just got married for the third time to each other. No divorces for their silver and whatever wedding anniversaries. They've remarried each time, and they've been together for 40 years. So they've just departed. So that was quite lucky that that just happened, and it wasn't full of people at the same time that I was in here. It's a very, very old building, as you might imagine, from the 1700s. So this is the room that if you book to get married at Gretna Green, well, you will get married over this anvil here, the marriage anvil. Which language don't you understand, Louis? The way I'm speaking, or the old language, that old English that was written on the wall? Probably can't read that because it's old writing. I love how you all say that I'm a foreigner. Yeah, I'm English, and I'm in Scotland at Gretna Green. But I've got a lot of Filipino followers, subscribers, so obviously they like watching these lives. So this is obviously just lights that are under here at the moment, but would have been coals, would have been hot, so they could blacksmith in the blacksmith's forge, so they could forge metal, make things like rings for cartwheels, horseshoes, any metalwork essentially. And that was depicting a forge heating up metal to form a horseshoe. There's another anvil here, another marriage anvil. You can also get married in the blacksmith, in the forge area, which is here. This is some equipment from the olden times. Do you call these a spanner or do you call these a wrench? Spanner or wrench? Leave a comment. It's not hot now, Louis, obviously, because it's from the 1700s and it's 2024 today. People looking through the window. Back into the cart room. That's interesting. It says that despite the size of this cart, you could fit 16 people on the top, 4 on the inside, and 4 horses would tow it.
Over the border, Gretna Green seems clear. We are nearly there. Our marriage near.
So 2 on this side, 2 on this side,
Into the blacksmith shop we rushed.
and 16 on the top,
Beside the anvil,
which seems crazy amount of people to sit on top.
and with the strike of the hammer, we all went.
Joseph Paisley was the original blacksmith priest.
From Gretna Green,
David Lang and Robert Elliott were the rivals. They fought over to who was going to take over from Joseph Paisley.
the secret In the garden, I led the way, excited by the sympathy of the Irish race. As speed, we take off to Gretna Green. Behind our faces.
Yeah, that's it, Louis. I'm a broadcaster of places.
My father awakes to see the gone. The roof's now discovered and breaking dawn. He speeds out to sea to catch us up before it's too late. Alas, exhausted from our witness, and near still I see my father's steed. As he arrives, after appeasing his mind, we manage to escape, leaving him behind. So on the high road we pass, no time to wait for harvest that leads to the over the border, Gretna Green seems clear. And maybe that's the to our marriage. Same time today as it was so into the blacksmith shop we rush, beside the anvil, forged now out of the stripe of the hammer fire, we are wet.
Welcome to the feed, anyone that's just joining us. I'm at the Famous Blacksmiths Shop in Gretna Green, just over the Scottish border in the United Kingdom. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. Leave a comment when this goes live. Hit the like button. Turn on notifications. There's another room here where you can also get married on the anvil. So there's 3 rooms: the blacksmith's the blacksmith's room, the forge area, and also in here, which is basically a very small room, tree stump with an anvil. And this is how big it is. So if you were not wanting a massive church wedding or a huge multiple hundreds of people wedding, you just wanted something small, or maybe you were shy and you didn't have loads of family or anything like that, you could come somewhere like this, pre-arrange it, and just get married without all the expense that comes with marriages these days. So same-sex marriages, also called civil partnerships in the UK now, only got introduced in the United Kingdom as late as 2014, but you could do a civil partnership at Gretna Green from 2005. Looks like an art student from Glasgow School of Art, Erin Colquhoun, in celebration of Scottish same-sex marriage laws, created her own civil partnership anvil, decorated. It's quite colourful. There's another smaller anvil, much smaller, but original. Made of cast iron, which has been welded at some point over the years, or reforged. So this is the wedding dress that was worn by Dorothy Bell on her marriage to George Broach Mackey, son of Hugh Mackey, on the 17th of October 1928 at Langholm Parish Church.
see. You can see the towns letting you see when fantasy to his mind's lead.
And there we are, back to the beginning.
You care about my friend, you don't see your world.
So here's something quite interesting. If you, anybody watching on the other side of the world, and they happen to want to send love letters to this place, they'll put them up on the wall. And therefore, they give you their address. So you just need to send a letter in the post to this address on your envelope, put a stamp on it, and send it. Famous Blacksmith Shop, Headless Cross, Gretna Green, and the postal code DG165EA. And obviously, if you're outside the United Kingdom, you would also need to put United Kingdom on there as your country. And now it's quite fluky, really. Like, they happen to be so quiet here while I'm here, because all the coaches haven't arrived yet. But at the same time, there was quite fluky at the same time that somebody had just literally gone through their marriage ceremony for the third time and came out as I was walking through that section of the building. So obviously you all saw her in her wedding dress, and the gentleman said they'd been married 3 times in 40 years, celebrating each of their milestone wedding anniversaries. They got remarried here, and hadn't had any divorces. That's funny, Louis. Yeah, sending letters is Gmail back in time. You can still send letters now, though, obviously. Maybe less popular in the Philippines than it is in the UK, but in the UK equally it's deteriorating. Let people send less letters and just send emails now, or ring people and video calls. I don't know why the lady's got a shapely bottom, but the man has got a wedgie bottom. So there you go. You've now seen the famous blacksmith shop at Gretna Green in Scotland. Just going to go out into the village and see what other old buildings are around. Just 1 mile away from here, there's an designer outlet village called Gretna Gateway. And this is the front of this building. We were on the inside, and this is the bit that fronts the road. See, no tricycles or motorbikes. It's an old church there. Here you go, here's a big tractor coming up to the junction. This is how big they are in the UK. He's towing a slurry, cattle slurry dribble bar for putting slurry onto crops in fields. There's a hotel just opposite here, Gretna Green, the Smiths at Gretna Green Hotel and Restaurant. It's just on the other side of the road there. It's quite modern. That's funny. There's not really a lot else here that I can show you because that's what this little village is famous for. You can maybe cross the road to that little church and have a look at that if you want. Hey Louis, I think your British accent will be better than my Tagalog accent. Just trying to cross the road. I keep forgetting which side the cars are coming from. Because I was in Montenegro last week, and they drive on the right there, like in the Philippines and other countries. But here we drive on the left, so I keep forgetting to look the right way. This is what our post boxes look like. They're always red. So this church here was built in 1894 during the Victorian era. It's built out of red sandstone blocks, slate roof. It's the church hall. I guess it's owned by the Smiths Hotel. I took some video yesterday in Dumfries and Galloway of a well-known church called the Crichton, but I shot it with a drone, so I've got some good sort of 360 images of that, which I'll upload to my channel at some stage. Yeah, it's pretty clean here. Obviously we don't have rubbish laying everywhere like some Southeast Asian countries. I suppose people respect where they live more here. And also we have laws that stops you from littering. There's the bride and groom that were just getting remarried leaving in their car. So you did actually get to witness that during this live, although the ceremony had already started, so we didn't go in. Louis, you'll have to watch some English films with the actor Hugh Grant in them, because he's got a very pronounced British accent. Although you'll end up sounding like a really posh Filipino.
You know we were talking in there before?
Yeah.
Nobody knows that couple were here.
Didn't they?
No. So if you don't mind.
I'll edit it out.
Brilliant, thank you.
Well, the lady just came to me and she said, nobody knows that couple were here getting married. And I thought, well, I can't really edit it out. It's live. Maybe she thought I was just making a video. But they didn't seem bothered by the fact that there was a camera in their face, did they? And they waved on the way out, so they looked quite happy. Oh, doggies. Those dogs are called basset hounds, I think. Great big ears and floppy skin. If you've enjoyed this video, or this live should I say, feel free to share it with everybody and get a sort of taste of what it's like here at Gretna Green. Hit the like button, comment when it goes live, and subscribe. Thank you. This wheel up here would have been like a pulley system for bringing, I assume that would have been a horse and cart entrance here, and then they would have brought the cart through with hay on or bags of grain, etc. That door would be open, and then the wheel that you can see just at the top of the door, a pulley system to lift the bags or the bales of hay or straw for horses up into that storage area at the top here. Stone troughs usually carved out of sandstone or granite. They're pretty expensive to buy these here, especially in this sort of patinaed condition, weathered condition like that, without any holes in them. Quite expensive. Louis, I think your English is far better than my Cebuano, Tagalog, Ilocano, Waray. You can speak far better English than I can speak any of those languages. This is a food hall. Chutneys, chilies. Scottish oats is quite popular. A lot of oats are grown in Scotland for making things like porridge and obviously oat cakes like these. Whiskey Marmalade, Scotland's famous for its whiskey. I went to a distillery before here, so there'll be a video coming out for that.
Are you alright there?
Good, thank you. You? See, no bucco, no banana, no guava, none of those fruits you have there that we have here. Honey? You've probably never heard of haggis, a lot of people, but in Asia at least. But haggis is famous in Scotland. It's a traditional haggis, usually put in a stomach of a pig, and it's basically a mixture of lamb offal, beef suet, oatmeal, onions, water, salt, and pepper. And the offal is usually like, I think it's brain, kidney, lung, just all the offal that's not eaten generally by lots of people, but then they sort of mash it all up and put it in. This one's a traditional one that's got Scotch whisky in it. This is a vegetarian one, obviously doesn't contain any offal. So this one's got onions, water, turnip, kidney beans, lentils, mushrooms, salt and pepper. And there's a venison haggis, venison being deer meat. Haggis, neeps and tatties is a famous meal in Scotland, hence obviously haggis. Neeps is turnips, tatties is potatoes. There's sweets. Cakes. Don't know what tipsy cake is. Oh, it's probably got loads of booze in it, I imagine. Looks like a trifle stuck between a sponge. Teas. I drove past this place earlier and I thought it had a really funny sounding name in English. Ecclefechan. Ecclefechan. There you go, Louis. You now know of a place in Scotland with a funny name that sounds like Ecclefechan. Border tarts. Bet there's plenty of tarts over the border. This one sounds different. I've not seen this before. Scotch black bun. It's very fruit rich by the look of it. It's mainly made of currants, sultanas, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, with puff pastry on either side. So that's new, I've never seen that before myself. There's a milk vending machine. You can have farm milk, plain, or you can have flavouring put in it. Vanilla, chocolate orange, banana chocolate, strawberry or raspberry and white chocolate, and it will bottle it for you. I suppose you get the milk bottle first from this machine. The bottle comes out and then you fill it on this machine. I don't think you get many apples in Southeast Asia, do you? Like these. I had a dream the other night that I was a blueberry. How weird's that? There's some more traditional haggis. This is how it looks like in what you saw in that box earlier. These are beers, real ales. A Scotch pie is like a meat pie with potato in it, and pastry. Scottish spoon for stirring porridge. That's the price for that milk. So you buy your bottle and then you got to pay to fill it. So it's quite expensive, unless you have your own bottle. And there we are, back to the car park again. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this live from Gretna Green Blacksmith Shop. Hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. I'm going to end this live now. Have a great day.